as late as yesterday, we hear about a case of an 8-year-old resident penetrator. I mean, how could these things be happening? So these are concerns that people then raise, and we now will get inside the third national action plan. We look at the issue of gender. We civil society partners and the work on we with. Then we want to support government, make government make reforms. Then we go make sure we go curb the incidents of rape where they happen in this country. We also look at for make we get an online directory of all of the people the way they don't convict of sexual violence, so that we go know say if they cannot be neighborhood, we go know say hey, that man not cannot be neighborhood. Not of us we go for good violence, but we go know now how we go make we picking them, then go relate to that kind of person there. So that kind of information, and we need data on sexual crimes that happen in this country.
Take me through the other 5 apart from gender, we already don't take as important thing in this document. The
other issue now, access to justice, we will partner when an amati they work with we on. Now, access to justice in several forms. Them. Thank God we get a lab, a legal aid board, they work on those issues. But the issue when Namati they work with, where we they look at inside with strategic plan, especially you got to do with women them access to justice. For instance, as it relates to a land ownership, we know say Boko side and they where women they get the struggle for get even small land almost for make protect hip. How we able for make women go get access to land and men go get justice in the areas, even in inheritance and all of them things in there. What in government go do, what in civil society go do. Now some of them things in there we get discussions on. Already we don't talk about the right to access information commission. It already did. But then you say you don't give what you don't have. We expect say people then make a demand for men to go access some information then from government departments. They're supposed to give them. But if you're not archive them, if you're not manage the records then well, people are not able for even find no certain documents in there. So when they look at there already there is an archive be or a documentation be within na parliament. You don't sit down there for a long time, parliament not pass ahead. We believe say we go work with civil society partners and other MDAs, including the law officers department, so that we go take back that bill there and can look at and make them smart and achievable, so that we can go back to parliament go pass and that will be an act where go support the right to access to information commission.
And the way the people go tell on about how serious they take the issue of the daily bread.
The daily bread issue is always on the table, but we don't talk about reforming governance, reforming government, and helping the people they may not understand what they happen inside the government. The other institutions the way they talk about the way they concern about the daily bread, then what we are talking about. How government, because this is a long-term development and a long-term process. Not about saying, no, government go buy yes, you can't give people they eat them, they sleep, they forget about that. We are talking about building institutions there where go make a government able for deliver better for the people then going forward.
With you at the studio, the program Good Morning Salon, they continue, we'll come back to now.
And inside the program Good Morning Salon, we dey look at another issue. Every year, the Salon Bar Association ki hold the annual general meeting for looking inside some challenge them and self-pick the new executive for SECA. And for SECA that, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Prinsella Schwartz say the country don't lost plenty couple over the past year them because government agency them they don't give work to lawyer them a legal one. We reporter Usman Kamara get more and go down report.
The Salon Bar Association a body we get different lawyer them across the country. And this association are one of the oldest association na sub-Sahara Africa. One of the main role now for advocate for the rule of law and make sure say Salon people get justice. This being term, this association do hold in 2019 annual general meeting for talk about some of the things that way they affect the association. And the theme for this year annual general meeting are the law and the new developmental states in West Africa. Basita Michael, now the outgoing president for the Sierra Leone Bar Association, during in welcome address a call on senior judge them for put law we go make all lawyer for the attend Bar Association them program so that junior lawyer them go able learn more.
As today is the last time I will stand before you as the president of the SLBA, I consider it part of my duty. Apart from promoting and seeking the interests of its members, the SLBA's primary goal is to uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution, the rule of law, human rights, and fundamental freedoms without fear and favor. I am particularly pleased that many senior colleagues decided to join us today, I hereby submit and apply to the justices here present to use their inherent powers to grant an irrevocable, permanent, and mandatory injunction ordering our senior colleagues to regularly and promptly attend all events organized
We
by
be
the
the
Sierra
talk.
Leone
The Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Priscilla Schwartz, say over the past year the country done lost plenty couple because government agency then give work to some lawyer them, a legal one.
Our function has been usurped by lawyers who are recruited illegally to service ministries, departments, and agencies. And worse, by all accounts, laden in conflicts, collusions, and insider dealings against the interest of the state, and an unrepentant pattern of negligence that continues to cost the state treasury billions of dollars. This practice must and will stop. Practice is getting leaner as competition increases at the bar. This must, however, not make the state a victim. I therefore invite you to come and work for us. Be a state counsel if you want to lawyer for the state.
Inside this annual general meeting, the keynote speaker na Professor Raymond Atsuguba from Ghana. During a talk he say over the past year, Salon do do thing the illegal one. Usai former President Nkrumah sacked Chief Samuel Samsumana illegal one. And self under this present government, they don't pull some member of parliament them, where he say go against the Salon constitution.
When a country starts to illegitimately remove constitutionally protected officers from their posts, including sitting Supreme Court judges, and interferes in court proceedings for really micro and meso-level political agendas, Salon has experienced many democratic reversals in the last decade. In 2015, the then president sacked his vice president unconstitutionally. The Supreme Court endorsed it. Many persons who occupy constitutionally protected positions have been sacked or otherwise removed by government. The recent removal of members of parliament and their illegitimate replacement are clearly contrary to election laws that allow for those seats to remain vacant when an appeal is imminent. This is the Sierra Leone we live in today.
But how for solve some of them problems here we don't they happen? Professor Raymond Atsuguba explain.
Some 30 years ago, when many African countries, including Salon, experienced third wave democracy and adorned themselves with new constitutions, those constitutions were just enough for their needs. What African countries need now is deep participatory reviews of their constitutional governance, undertaken in a manner that simultaneously builds citizenship, that is essential for pushing through the governance reforms that all African countries badly need. Such reviews must extend beyond the constitution and touch the hardcore governance, developmental, and nation-building issues that need to be confronted.
Professor Raymond Atsuguba end up calling lawyer for work in the interest of the country and put politics one side so that Salon go grow and development. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Usman Kamara, the report.
They causing confusion.
But this confuse me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in Wall Solid. Look him block them with them beat for him, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand then they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen, me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind magic they behind this. You want know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement na the highest grade cement in the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and a one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want you concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na online shop and building material store na the one whole country.
You
You're listening to Good Morning Salon on Radio Democracy 98.0, supported by Usiwa and AfriCell.
The program is still listening to on our Good Morning Salon. They come to you from 98.0 FM. We come back to the Director of Inspectorate at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Mohamed Silasise. They are the talk about the Salon Education Innovation Challenge. Now let me look at waiting at the procedures and deadline for proposals for this innovation.
Before I go to the deadlines, I want to make one thing very clear. Where I be the talk just now, I said we they provide maximum $25 per pupil. That not mean saying $1 we they pay. We quota in dollars because we get some people the way they apply from outside of the country. But once you can have for come implement your innovation, we give you the equivalent in loans. And as at now, we don't calculate them for be 219,310. So now we expect for spend maximum per child for the whole period of the incubation, where next academic year. Well, we'll be not advertised from the 26th of June. We'll be not make the call for proposals, and we don't get feedbacks, plenty from we district them because na team where we circulate widely, both nationally and internationally. Of course, if you go to DSTI, their website, we're at www.dsti.gov.sl. You go now the Ministry of Education website, www.education.gov.sl. You go see and the adverts they will be done post time from the 26th of June. In country, we also send out all we district offices them, all the 16 districts in this country, and we expect say by Wednesday, July 24. That's going to be the closing date for receipt of applications.
Looking at the people who not expect the innovator, they move for cowarding proposal. One go to say since something we get for do with picking them as a lawyer, and una they do this so that the land book one go before them understand well. Why una not limit them to salon innovators them?
No, well, we want to see which don't work well in other parts of the world. Now I make we say, I like I don't know which are you there. If you think say you be not confront this challenge and you don't work out very well for you, can't tell you how you be able to do it. You know, we provide opportunity for we give you the school, we say all right, check this school back. Let us see how you the carry on. Because what you want to do before we even start, we go conduct an assessment for see the level of the picking them. Because you know, just go begin. How you go find out if any progress don't take place? We want to go find out first and foremost who side the picking and day. Then we'll give you now. We say all right, take them now. At the end of the period, the incubation period, when at the 1 year, we go conduct we evaluation now for see who side you don't carry them, from who side you take them, and who side you don't recruit them. So we welcome interest from any part of the world.
Taking into consideration the economy in the country and the cost of taking them out there, how on reach at $25 per child?
Well, we see them, we make some calculations where, of course, we consider development costs, we consider implementation costs, then we see, say, all right, with 25, the equivalent of $25, 219,000, you know, we development costs, we mean, say, some of the things then are one-off. Like if you prepare a curriculum, not to think way if you go to another school, you have to go replicate again. I mean, it did it now for use, generally. You know, if you develop a program, the program will continue. But we know say implementation cost today, where sometimes you get for do with the training of teachers and so on and so forth. Obviously, any school you go, you need for train the teachers. So we see them, we make them calculations then, and we believe say with this amount, any organization we're interested for, he will do something reasonable.
On our first start the first phase for roll them out in the next academic year, they start in September. Waiting at the budget where government don't set aside for a start.
Well, interestingly, we not expect say government for set aside funds for this one. We don't already approach some good people around the world. We don't indicate interest for let them help we with this, and so we also they approach locals. We get interest. I mean. Then one day we get them big companies we're interested for. So, all right, I go provide support for one school. We welcome that one day.
So,
but
so
we get philanthropists.
Waiting will be the backup plan if that did not happen. because at times don't know they can promise, but challenges and can they we can make for implement what they don't promise or give what they promise for give it not happen on time.
Well, like I say, we don't already get some philanthropists around the world. We don't indicate interest. And we believe, say, we will get something from them people there. We say now we want for starts in September. Must not say, I know can say we don't get so much, but we get a reasonable confidence, say, we will able to implement this activity.
Looking at the September, when at the next academic school year, and people want to also say innovate on them way on say even they out will show interest at this and innovating something you want to try for implement man school picking. One would say a lot involved for put in place. The next academic year, you think say timely follow and meet up to this?
Well, we not expect saying and now the person will begin create which in for can do. We expect say that person will be done there in education before and he don't implement similar activities in other parts of the world or even within the country and he don't see say the work. So now just for face and cam transfer that innovation there and we can implement a lot, try and see how it works. Okay. Because for example, organizations then are currently we don't do them in Liberia. The results then they will be able to achieve. Them brag, they don't do them in Liberia. They get some. In fact, currently they did it. They still do them. They get some schools where they operate. Rising Academy, they did it. They operate it. So we expect say they will bring their technology and they come low. We can see how they be able to do them. Somebody they say way they do something like one organization they do something like so a few schools like they start with one but then they extend them to another school like where then they do reasonably well. And that person tell me quite frankly say in the do them unbelievably for $2 per child. For $2 per child, you get that technology.
So the person involved in this process?
Of course, he don't indicate interest, yes. So what was he waiting able for do? If he will do remarkably well for $2, if we get on 25, he will perform wonders. Okay. So what was he how able for do that one day?
Okay, Mohammed Silas is Director of Inspectorate, Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. Continue for the way to inside the program Good Morning Salon. And now we go to Kalilu Tutange, when the chairman for the National Council for Civic Education. And before we go for a break, you mentioned about the rape issue and how we don't see how we don't go like it's clear as a more need for be done with all the effort where people and don't put in place. Waiting the people in suggestion about the issue of rape.
The people want, in addition to the fact say we do public education around this one, they want the laws that will be enforced. They believe say the incidents where don't happen where they get over thousands of cases of for instance in 2017 we got over 2,000 cases of sexual crimes in this country, but only 39 of them crimes and they been prosecuted. People believe say the law enforcement for do better for prosecuting crimes, and that's the reason why even to we say we don't believe say we for work with government, civil society groups they for work with government. So that some of the things that we government talk about, for instance, if law enforcement say because they're not able to get evidence against them, then people they will commit them crimes and they're not able to prosecute them successfully, then we believe say the government say government need a forensic lab for make them able to make this year, make them go expedite the incidence of prosecution of them crimes. And we believe say together with partners in the civil society will for support government in that area. And also we believe say also public education for continue. Many people they no relax at all. Even we begin them way then they suffer them crimes here, so we begin for educate them, make them understand how they for behave around anybody we come it can do them kind of behavior to you because they are private parts. Person not for touch in copy in private part for no on no account without in permission. If you see them kinds in the public education, the way for able for give picking them way for doing it. So now being will be very important to people there. As much as they believe the government for do something, we say able for make them understand say the public self for do something, we say as family for do something, we as school for do something, all land be part of the public education. So the enforcing the law and public education, now some of the two things they will agree on when we talk about the incidence of sexual crimes in this country.
So under the national action plan where una get, what una they expect government for do inside the next 4 years when they roll out this plan for in terms of open government partnership?
Well, the open government partnership, the commitments they would make it for last for 2 years. You know, inside in 2 years, and every commitment we'll get benchmarks them. We will put together way for sure whether we did close to achieving the commitment we don't make. on the whole, much of it they on government, because if we talk about access to justice issues, we talk about access to information issues. Now government therefore deliver anything in there. What we go do, what civil society go do with partners and within civil society, what them go do. Now for men go support government for achieve some of them things in the way government need for do. So it's like in civil society, not for look itself as a body outside of this process. Civil society, they work close and hand in hand with government, so that some of them commitments that we don't make, we're able to achieve them over the next 2 years.
Why people for take this serious?
It's very serious because when this OGP process starts around the world, there be only 8 countries they did it. Now it don't increase to 79 countries and 12 local governments because we believe say government people for be part of the process of governing them. People for know what's in the happen in the process of government, and government therefore try as much as possible make it go be open to the people there, make it be transparent, so that then people then go know what's in the happen. Because if that did not happen, always people then go take rumors then we not of fact say then go spread their rumors and then go make a situation very difficult for government for me it go deliver for the people there. So now that make we feel say important, and the president say don't commit this country to openness and transparency since it came into office.
Looking at the consultation one I don't go get waiting the people want, on us don't care to the people things they wanna for look into. One would they say the commitment wanna get for put inside the different documents for say we go do this inside so here. When we will see we get reflect to them people here wanna don't go to, don't sit down and engage with.
Well, by the end of August, we for don't get they will for agree on their commitments. Then finally they will publish and say these are the 6 or 5 or 3 commitments then we'll see alone don't make. From that process on, we start for implementing and working with government. For instance, we talk about access to justice issues. Then benchmarks that we don't see over the next 2 years. We're going to help government for achieve one. Where government not achieve one, because we don't talk say we are not in a hurry. This is a long-term process. We want to lay the building blocks of a government where it understand what the people they mean. Many people themselves understand what the government mean. Because what the slogan is, people for help government, for men government go help them. So this is something we're not to, like I say, you go buy lollipop and treat where you go forget quick results. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about building the framework of a resilient system of government where it will be answerable to the people of this country, and where the people of the country will be part of that process of government. Now you will share for build so.
Most of them commitment here so Kevin so nice and fine way you am. But again, how wanna get for implement the commitment here or do waiting on a don't go year from the people here. In terms of the area of funding, at the end of the day for make sure say waiting them people don't suggest or say they go want, we go make the life improve, very important. Una don't really una they in good condition or stage for make sure say una well financially strong.
Well, some of them think so not so much about money. It's about them what they call them commitments. If we don't say, for instance, we committed, government don't say it committed, for men don't go pass a law where it go able for protect the woman them rights then we don't need much money for that. We only need for work with government. If not the know-how that we for bring come, we got with partners all over this world. We're committed to making government transparent and accountable to the people that Australia or to the people that anywhere in the world. So we go continue for work and lobby with the government, the requisite government agencies then where resources they require, with civil society partners and we and other NGO partners from all over the world. They go support you for more. We'll make sure say we'll achieve some of their commitments then they.
Okay, continue for the with Khalil Tutange inside the program, and now inside the program Good Morning Salon, we take on a message and we on don't send.
The very first time we look at this morning, Latifa to Olabisi Hamid on Facebook say, I strongly agree with you, MSC. Say the schools, being private or public, lack trained and qualified teachers. The teaching learning materials were never there for decades. The teacher might only have one textbook for reading and comprehension, and it's all about repetition. The sitting accommodation in schools were pathetic, and school times were cut down, especially with the inception of GSS classes in primary school. How much work can be done from 8:30 to 12 noon? I will go on and on. A lot needs to be done as Sierra Leone's educational system is a mess compared to other countries in West Africa.
This other one I go read on that Transco report to say the availability of electricity is vital in our environment. Good that Transco are on the process.
This other one from Kamara Adams, he said the thing about bringing innovative ways to address the issue of reading and numeracy is really in place, and I believe that is an example of a tangible action that can find solutions to the problem. I wish you all the best and feel happy to hear such intervention. I hope it will be swift. Such intervention can be extended to secondary school and tertiary levels.
This other message here, they say we've heard about so many consultation and engagement, but yet still, whatever these people suggest are not reflected. O Salon, Lego Depuy.
This other one say, Mr. Tutange, how can citizens be part of the consultation when at times you limit it to invitation?
Another one is say, where can I find details for the proposal for initial discussion?
This other one from Macten and New England, they say, Mr. Sise, there are many decent plans in addressing the issue of education. The big problem is implementation. How do you hope to succeed? Now Macten send a message there.
This other one we are going to take inside the program, they say your plans are good, but they can be achieved when the teachers are encouraged.
This other message again, it comes from Ibrahim. He said, Mr. Sise, how involved are the schools and teachers? Are they interested in the innovation? Because implementing it might be challenging if the teachers are not motivated.
Another message here, they say, Mr. Tutange, it's good that you popularize the civic education. It has been long gone in the drain. People need to know about your work and things you do.
All right. The final one we made a look at because of time. This person, they said the implementation of the Local Content Act in Sierra Leone without notification to the WTO is a violation of multilateral trade agreement. And from their message, and because of time, we'll come over to the studio, get them for response to on a message, and we'll begin from Mr. Sise from the Ministry of Education.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Plenty of waiting come forward na compliments and encouragement, and we appreciate that very much. Latifa don't highlight a host of challenges with the education sector don't they face. But I want for Gam assurance say would they take very concrete steps now under the new direction for make sure say we address the issues there. If now within the country a day, you go don't know say we don't supply huge quantities of teaching and learning materials. Now all of the schools them and the materials then they still arrive. As I talk, so we're ready for the next academic year. We get them scattered all over the country in a huge stores. Before schools and they open, we make sure say teaching and learning materials in the form of books, exercise books, registers, chalk, etc., in all of the schools them. We don't bring in the core textbooks them for all of the picking them. And now we engage with the teacher them. Somebody be they talk about the issue of the teachers. Yes, we know that very much. Now it makes so we don't initiate dialogue with the teachers. The trade group negotiating council, they meet currently, they talk about the conditions of service for teachers. We don't already agree on plenty other things them, which we will not agree on it na the money side, but even in SSF, we get confidence say we go agree. We will not forget the teacher at all. We know say we get for make some effort for boost the morale. The issue of the shift, yes, we know say that in a very serious challenge, but you go like for no say this shift business, not to like I say, it is all over the country. Oh. Some parts then in this country are where the shift not at all. This how we did not just the city and then big towns them. And plenty of them schools the way in other areas they don't indicate the willingness for revert to the single shift. We as a ministry don't they assist some of them, we say they challenge na furniture. The ministry, through the support of Ministry of Finance, don't provide resources to them. Some of them schools they have already able for fabricate furniture. We go make they're able for revert to the shift system. Some of them they ask for additional classrooms, and I go assure the public say we they construct additional classrooms now plenty areas, and we hope for continue along the lines today. So very soon, by God in power, we go do away with the shift system. The person they talk about. We implementation. Well, we determine for implement this one. The speed with which we go safe, don't tell you say we determine for implement this. Bear in mind that there is a new spirit all over the country today. and the Minister of Education not to exception. We from the term way then don't declare a flagship. We don't double we efforts. We did now we ministry. If you want can't try no more, come the 7, 8 o'clock. Then you go meet with the work. We will partner them with the work for make sure say anything where we target for do we able for do. So by God in power, let we support this intervention so that it will succeed. Like I be say just now, if goodwill day from everybody, I should say we'll be able to achieve a lot. For support one school with 219,310, now just 105 million leons. Way for Baku companies in this country, that ain't a small money. So they expect them will come forward and say, me, I will support this. I know some people in the way, perhaps, if we select the schools, they have some old boys associations, then go want to provide this money. No, it's not sustainable, but we want to see how they get this right. I know say if we get it right, a lot of people, then both locally and internationally, will be impressed and will happy for can help.
But this be the part of the free education plan of government?
Well, the free education plan of government, nothing way, it grow as we move along.
So addition thing they come on.
As we go, now so they think big and that's so they implement.
All right, let's continue for David Swin at the studio. Mohamed Silasi, we'll come back to now. Just quickly before Mr. Tutangi can respond to your message, let me just listen to Walkabout and you will respond to your message.
Thank you for the dashcard. They keep picking them and also they help them if they're not a good dashcard. Now they say, hey, as in a school club. You go to the picking, I don't know who the top boy lambu business for dashcard. Now some people dying, man. That's why they talk about this dying, eh, Baba Joey. I know yesterday they talk about the chief who don't happen and God is at all of the sudden. 9% got me attend to say Baba Joey. It's a one boy. Industry is inside road. Bang! Nakotla the tapaso. Natebo. And I say Walkabout not to perform the police. Now say LUC Lumbly. You got what type of security? Oh yes. I say the bao, and I talk a estadio. I say a professor. We are professor the lecture, they talk the able. Judges Dembo, walking Tokam, because we know the professor of law. People they look one young man, do the right thing, bo. They're going to make the charity. But we are not this law reform responsible for the day-to-day administration before this first happen. The law man, I say Captain Strasia, they not gonna but me not the honorable Walkabout.
From Walkabout, we come over to Kalelo Tutangi for response to the concern them and questions where people ask.
I want to tell them all thank you for their contribution to this program. Somebody will talk about say we can all people in the old consultations, but the people that views them not going to be reflected in the final document. Well, we will not go for do that because we believe say the people them views them very very vital from the outset. We want many people then get ownership of this document, so they're going to be a vital part of the process. And above all, the instruction we get from your boss is this is not a people-centered process. We'll make sure say the people then views them, they inside it. Yeah, somebody say we do by invitation. Usually the way we do, we not get everybody, we're not able to accommodate everybody, we not even get the hall for put everybody there. But what we'll do, we give a representative groups then. Like I say, 45 different organizations then. Now then they come everywhere where they go, we call them the stakeholders, where they come on the consultation. But over and above that, the next day, everywhere we go, the next day, we'll get focus group discussions then, where they get youth groups them, where they talk about the marginalized group, the youths, the disabled, and women them. we dey get focus group discussions with them, so that then a particular group we dey always get their point of view involved. So maybe we'll be rest assured say, even though we dey invite some groups then, but we dey make sure say the groups them were representative. Well, we dey continue for popularize this, because this is a process, when a people-centered process, people for know every step of the way what's in the go on, because at the end of the day, now they will rely on for more to make the change what they look for happen in this country.
I understand when I get edutainment this evening.
Yes,
how it go get for Tanek?
The edutainment a session where we get, where we use performing arts, whether not dance and comedy and music, to for me we go gather people in some place there, we go able for give them message. Today na Lumley roundabout, we get the team, we get Kino Amani, Wahid, Fantasy, Drizzlick. Then they come, then they sing the theme song of the campaign what they do together with UNICEF. When I mix 6 multiple indicator cluster survey where statistics alone do for UNICEF. The information where they we believe say people they need that information there, so that they go able for take action for better than communities there. So this evening between 8 and 10 o'clock within the Lumley roundabout, we don't get support from the police in Lumley. They will secure the place for we, and we'll get music and we'll get education session there, so that people then go know how for treat the newborn pikin. People then for know say breastfeeding, exclusive breastfeeding, that the best chop we go give pikin, and boko other information they will share with the people then. So everybody invited.
So as una don go throughout na different side in the country, when we go see this document come out, and how also na go try for popularize them.
What we do right now is we dey and put all of the reports together. After the Freetown session today, we will combine all of the reports. Then we will go on the technical session. The technical session is we get with civil society partners them, and we get the steering committee members then. Together with the students, we will look at all of the suggestions that they make around the country. The one that we FIBA, we put them under one heading. The one that we different, they stand alone, so that we go get all of that and point of view together. Then inside late this July or early in August, we will get a national validation session. We'll go call representatives and from all of the side that we don't go work out, so that they go kind of filter. We'll go look at that document and then go decide which version we go carry go. When we don't agree on them, we'll go for publish that document there in every way possible, so that people don't go know what's in our strategic plan, what's in the things that we don't propose say we'll go for do for civic education in this country.
So in all of this, waiting paramount amongst many others we want to put together.
One the way very paramount is people them civic engagement. That now the program will go for take important parts all, because now in with the interface to the people there, we use a model we call the 360 degrees model. We involve the mass media, we involve human communication, town hall meetings, we involve drama, music, and anything else we will get, so that people then will get information about what in the government they do. Then the government will get information as to what in people they want for me the government will do, so that will create a linkage, a bridge between the people there and the government continuously.
Okay, continue for the with Tui, na the studio Kalilu Tutange. Over to you, Mr. Sila, quickly. This on-get school sem we get for benefit from this innovation learning. Now within Pretoria, so then they?
No, I say countrywide. We select them countrywide.
So in terms of the teacher them, we don't deal with them pick here, we don't teach them. Now the innovation learning they come. How who stage they for they get for be shielded out, or then go still deal with them pick here so?
No, now the teacher they were at the schools. Now them go continue with the picking them. Which we will just say is that if, because we go for do the selection of the schools, and we will do so in collaboration with Statistics Sierra Leone, so that then we'll give you some technical advice. Now, once we don't select the schools, we will make sure, if the school not gets enough staff, we will make sure they then get enough staff.
Because I just want to ask, which one I get for look for select the first schools them when they start with?
Well, we go define the criteria where we go use for select the schools.
Well, many thanks for joining the program this morning. That's Mohamed Silasise, Commerce at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. Maybe that this morning they tell we about the proposal and more than the call for now for let people think of innovative ways them how they go improve on reading and comprehension at different government and government assisted schools them. We be also getting at the studio this morning, Kalilu Tutange. We can tell you about two documents them we then they put together now and they go na different parts of the country today. Then they na Freetown ya so na the St. Anthony Hall for get views of people and but waiting the one for see government do for improve on their life and self be accountable. When I thank you joining the program this morning. Now this edition of the program Good Morning Salon go left for plenty thank you to producer them Michael Sambola and Alex Lawrence Kuruma, themself DJ Lava we give you technical support and Moses Kavra and team we gonna see you live na Facebook. So till we meet again, Mabel Kabadi, so get yourself a wonderful weekend, stay out of trouble.
And it's up to you, Kalon, they say bye bye.